Folks, isn't it amazing how, if you're a car lover, your choice of cars and your love for your cars actually evolve over a period of time? See, every car lover or car enthusiast will have a list of their top favorite cars. Me too. मेरे गाड़ी के लिस्ट में ना कोई भी तुमको परफॉर्मेंस कार्स नहीं मिलेगा because I never really drove a performance car. I mean, I came close to buying a BMW entry level sedan just recently, but I eventually bought a Superb and then I sold it. That's a different story. So in the next 10 minutes or so, now let's go through a list of my favorite cars that are not overhyped, that are not overpriced. They are built like a tank. They are sensible cars. They are no nonsense. They are fun to drive, peppy to drive, 4x4s. I mean, that kind of collection. So let's go through it one by one. Okay, surprise, surprise. I'm not going to start this list with Jimny. That's my latest favorite and my favorite. That will remain favorite for the longest time in my life. But I have to start this list with Ford EcoSport. This car was love at first sight. Ford EcoSport single-handedly started the whole compact SUV movement in a way, right, in India. And I remember I went to check this car out at the Powai in Andheri, the Powai showroom, and I was blown away with the design, the built like tank quality, and that's when I realized, when I shut that door of that car, I realized what they mean by that quality of the door and that thud of the door. It did not start with the Polo, it did not start with any other car. While being compact, it was still very spacious. I actually paid the booking amount and I booked this car, and for some reason I don't remember right now. I mean, it was clearly about 20 years ago, I guess. Even now, when I see this car on Indian roads, and I see this car a lot in Mangalore and Udupi, where I'm living right now, so heartbroken that Ford had to leave India. Now they're coming back in some way. They want to get the Everest, but I'm hearing that they're only gonna get the electric cars and probably the Everest and not the other amazing lineup of cars that they have. It's a shame. Ford was clearly known for its reliability, the dynamics, the power, the 1 liter EcoBoost engine, the diesel. I mean, what an engine, yeah. All right, second on my list is
Swift Diesel.
so Swift Diesel is my. I bought the Swift Petrol, and it petrol was also peppy enough. And I'd got a second-hand car, which was initial years of my car buying, and I used to buy only second-hand cars. The Maruti older diesel engines were great. They were peppy. They had amazing torque, and the manual ones were really fun to drive. I had fun driving my petrol, but I also remember I went for a Ertiga diesel test drive, and that also was very peppy, and I loved that car. By the way, I don't know, I have something, I have a thing for the 7-seaters because it takes the family along with you. And the first 7-seater car that I started eyeing to buy was the Ertiga, and I drove the Ertiga diesel and I was very happy driving it. Okay, anyway, back to Swift Diesel, and it was a runaway hit in India, right? While the petrol was peppy, the low end grunt on the diesel was really amazing. For that overtakes that you needed on the highway or on the hills, it came really handy. Okay, the next car on my list is
VW Polo.
all right, the Polo. I mean, who doesn't love a Polo in India? It's a heartthrob. I remember when they announced the exit of Polo in India, and they couldn't bring the new Polo anyway. They never really brought the newer generations of Polo into India because it was not a sub 4-meter car and all of that stuff. But when they announced the exit of Polo, I think all the car enthusiasts literally cried. I cried that day because Polo had a special place in my heart. I'm sure it had a special place in a lot of car enthusiasts' heart. And I drove the 1-liter TSI. See, Volkswagen design never really ages. It ages really well, rather. And the Polo design somehow, even if you find a well-maintained Polo on a road today, still feel that somebody just got the car a month ago. 1-liter crazy TSI engine. It's such a punchy, peppy engine to drive. The manual special. Even the auto was good, but the manual was special. That confidence inspiring steering that you needed on the highway or even on the city roads. It was in true sense a pocket rocket. One of the few cars in India that immediately brought a smile on the face of the driver. That was Polo. Okay, next on my list is a huge premium sedan, and it's the Volkswagen Passat. I'm talking about the Passat that was the last Passat that Volkswagen got into India. That design, it was such an understated elegance. That design, I just immediately fell in love with it. I had a plan to buy before I bought the Superb. Before I bought the Superb, I wanted to buy a second-hand Volkswagen Passat. Somehow I did not get hands on a good second-hand deal. the silver color in it, the blue color in it. I mean, the moment you step inside that car, the premiumness that you feel, it had amazing features for its time, okay? That it clearly was 10 steps ahead in that segment. And the drive was so amazing, although it had a bit of a vertical movement, but the dynamics were crazy, like almost all Volkswagen cars. A cruiser when you need it, and it was a power machine when you need it. I was talking about the premiumness that you feel when you step inside the car, the steering, the dashboard, the quality and the size of that touchscreen. It was a small touchscreen, and I loved that touchscreen because it was, I mean, all the new touchscreens are so huge. It was such a nice, I think about a 6 or a 7-inch touchscreen, worked really well, and it had a nice analog clock. It was like an amazing hybrid fusion of analog and digital. I can call it that way. It was an outstanding car. The car is so spacious. The boot was, I think, about 500 liters or so, if I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But what a car, yeah. Volkswagen Passat. The next car was a car that I never really drove, but I was really fascinated by the design. And first the design, because it was such a old school design. I'm talking about the Fiat Punto. The Punto was like a pocket rocket that I wanted to buy. वो time में मेरे पास clearly कुछ पैसा नहीं था कार खरीदने के लिए. I remember my bosses used to drive these cars, and the rich people around my area used to buy these cars, and I used to obviously see this car on the road and maybe saw and then also saw television ads about this car, and I loved this car immediately. The rounded design, the Fiat language at that point in time, the kind of cars they used to make. They had a very curvy design. I never really got to drive that car, but let's see what people used to say about these cars, okay? They say that it had a very tight, flat ride quality, felt like a low-slung SUV. Yeah, it looked like it wanted to be an SUV, but it was not. It was a hatchback. But it had the body structure, if I may call it that way, of an SUV in some way. It did not have the height, of course, and the size. Owners say that it was built like a tank, and I could feel that because obviously चलाया नहीं, लेकिन कुछ दरवाज़ा तो किसी का बंद किया था पुंटो का, तो मुझे याद है it had great steel quality. Yeah, so goodbye to this fiery handling, rugged suspension, Italian soul. कम Italian cars आए थे, अभी तो मेरे को लगता कोई है नहीं. Okay, next on my list is a car that I bought, and it's purely because, not because it was a great piece of machine at that point in time or way ahead in its technology. This was the first new car I ever bought. And I bought a yellow plate because वो time पे थोड़ा चस्का था कुछ पैसे बनाने का side में. My plan was to buy this car and put this on a transport business, and I made some money initially, but I learned a very hard lesson that वो किसी गाड़ी ने, वो driver ने जाके गाड़ी को पुणे में ठोक दिया, बहुत बड़ा कांड हो गया, and I had to pay almost half the value of the car. I mean, insurance only covered about 40-50%, so I was really screwed at that point in time. It was a very popular car, and it was one of the most sold cars in the Indian market for folks like you and me at that point in time, but also it was one of the most successful passenger vehicles in the transport side. And I remember I used to work for a BPO at that point in time. यही गाड़ी दिखता था, सिर्फ Tata Indica and Indica and Indica. And Tata Indica was cheap, easy to fix, and had a very simple layout. So it was like this bare bones built, dependable economy car of India. But I think after a lot of cars by Maruti, this was Tata's runaway hit.
Hey, Pop! Luck! Hand got Puji.
Next on my list is, of course, ये कहाँ से आ गया रे? Okay, my current favorite, the Maruti Jimny 4x4 5-door. Okay, अभी मैंने जिप्सी तो चलाया नहीं है, लेकिन जब भी देखता था तो बहुत मैचो लगता था यार. मतलब तभी obviously थार था और जिप्सी था. It was such a compact yet macho in a way. I have so many videos talking about the Jimny, so I'll keep it very short. So if you ask me, this car, the Maruti Jimny, has got everything in the right promotion. It's just got the right amount of power that you need. It's got the right proportions, the size. It's such compact vehicle, yet it has got so much space inside that it becomes a fantastic practical car. Thus, the practical size of this car also makes it an everyday car. We can go anywhere with this car, run errands, and now it's raining, so I've got to run. And I'm going to talk. You should have Jimny in the frame while I'm talking about this. I can talk about the 4x4 capabilities for hours, but the technology that they put together for 4x4, you will only be able to appreciate it if you take it 4x4 and if you take it off-roading. This car is my project car, and I'm going to pass on this car to my next generation. I want to keep this car running maintained for such a long time. It's an amazing car. Okay, next car ना मेरे लिस्ट में है ये Renault का Duster. After EcoSport ना किसी SUV ने अगर मेरे को impress किया होगा for its shape, proportion, capability and the design and the ruggedness, it's been the Renault Duster. Renault Duster के साथ में इन लोगों ने नाइंसाफ़ी की. इन लोगों ने उसका नया वर्जन आई थिंक अभी आने वाला है, बहुत लेट कर दिया. They never really facelifted it properly, never really got a new car. Because India always had demand for a Duster kind of car. Even now they have. And it was, and I think it's one of the true SUVs in a sense. It had a decent 4x4 setup. It was rugged. It had the right kind of power, the right kind of dimensions. It had this boxy look, but in a very powerful way. The diesel one was really punchy. It had outstanding low-end grunt. It had simple mechanics, very simple dashboard layout, and rough road resilience. बहुत मस्त गाड़ी था. Okay, the next car that I'm going to talk about is a true legend यार. I'm talking about the Innova Krista. You know, like I told, मैंने पहले भी बोला था कि I have a thing for the 7-seaters because it carries the whole family. मैं गाड़ी के अंदर जाता हूँ क्योंकि बहुत बारिश आ रही है. और I don't want to discount the older generations of the Innova. लेकिन जब से Krista आया, because the older generation Innovas are still running and they're running like 3 lakh kilometers, 4 lakh, 5 lakh kilometers. It's insane. The reliability of that engine is just speechless. I don't know what Toyota does. कैसे बिल्ड करते हैं ये लोग इंजन और मतलब ये रिलायबिलिटी लाते कहाँ से यार. मतलब खाली इंजन नहीं चलना चाहिए ना, पूरा गाड़ी चलना चाहिए. इतने साल इतने किलोमीटर इतने साल यार कैसे चलाते हैं ये लोग. एंड इंडिया में तो पता है ना हम लोग कहाँ कहाँ लेके जाते हैं गाड़ी. मतलब इट्स लाइक अ रफ रोड एवरीवेयर. तो इट्स बिल्ड लाइक अ टैंक एंड इट्स ऑल्सो सो कंफर्टेबल यार. मतलब वो सब लोग इसलिए बोलते हैं कि मतलब एंड लेट्स कम टू द क्रिस्टा बिकॉज क्रिस्टा के अंदर मतलब आई कीप ड्राइविंग द मैनुअल एंड द ऑटो वंस इन अ वाइल बिकॉज मैं रेंट पे लेते रहता हूँ जब भी मेरे को. मतलब नाउ दैट आई डोंट हैव अ 7-seater एंड आई वांट टू टेक माय फैमिली, आई टेक क्रिस्टास ऑन रेंट एंड आई ड्राइव. यू विल सी क्रिस्टास विद एवरीबडी, पॉलिटिशियंस, personalities, people like you and me, and the fleet owners, they also have Cristas. The moment you feel inside it, you feel like you're surrounded with premiumness, quality and safety. My brother-in-law takes his old Innova pretty much every time he drives to Mangalore, and his family actually prefers that. His mother, who I think is about 70 now or 70 plus, is very comfortable, and towards the end of the journey she is all happy. And we're talking about analog now. I'm launching a Jimny inspired gear brand called Last Gear. It's only for people like us who live their life on instincts and not notifications. Really, I really want to put products that are useful, tactile, analogish, and gives you a sense of pleasure. If you're going to be in, click that link on the pinned comment and put in your email ID so that I can let you know. Okay, my second last car on my list is a car far back into 1991 because it launched in 1991. अभी मेरे को कभी का moment है मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा है लेकिन I remember I was in Mangalore as a kid. A rich family drove into our house and they came in this car which was the Tata Sierra. And I had my fanboy moment. I remember I came out of the house और मैं सोच रहा था यार ये क्या गाड़ी है यार, क्या लग रहा है. I mean the glass, it was a 3-door, right? तो पहले बात तो वो 3-door देख के ही मेरा दिमाग खराब हो गया. Like what kind of a car is this? And this is Tata. Ad वगैरह में देखा था. The first time I was experiencing and looking at this car head on. Glass windows at the rear. Those windows were curving up and going all the way up to the roof of the car. It was for that time, it was an outstanding engineering by the Tata team. The design was way ahead for its time. अब पता नहीं वो डिज़ाइनर, उसका डिज़ाइनर का मैं नाम है ना गूगल करके स्क्रीन पे डालूंगा. I'm also reading that the owners on the forum mentioned that it had beast looks, of course. It was rugged and capable to endure rough terrains and engines with Mercedes heritage. तो इंजन का कुछ Mercedes के साथ लिंक था. अभी वो लोग ऑब्वियसली सियारा को रीलॉन्च करने वाले हैं, नॉट इन द आइस वर्जन but I think in the electric version. I hope they bring it back in the ICE version and they justify the design once again. Okay. Alright, the last car on my list is a car again by Tata. This is the car I remember I test drove. And I remember when I went to take the test drive, I was extremely impressed by the tank-like build quality and the SUV-ness of the car. It was a diesel muscled 2.2 liter, and one of the reasons I liked the car is because it also had a 4x4 version. Right? पता नहीं क्या हो गया ये गाड़ी क्यों चला नहीं. इन लोगों ने इसका मार्केटिंग ठीक से नहीं किया कि मतलब it had issues. I'll probably have to dig a little deeper. This is one car that should have worked from the Tata side they should have got versions of it, iterations of it. Maybe Tata, आज के डेट में ऑब्वियसली इनके पास हैरियर और सफारी वगैरह है. टाटा हेक्सा एक अलग ही चीज होता है यार. द 4x4 की लिस्ट में एक और एक लेजेंड नाम आ जाता है इसके अंदर. लोग बोल रहे हैं कि मतलब दे ड्रोव इट फॉर 800 किलोमीटर्स, 1000 किलोमीटर्स एंड दे नेवर रियली गॉट फटीग इन द कार. सो आई एम श्योर वो डायनामिक्स थोड़े बेटर होंगे इसके. एंड द हेवी वेट ऑफ द कार गिव माइलेज का प्रॉब्लम्स. माइलेज इतना ग्रेट नहीं था, बट डीजल कार था तो आई डोंट नो व्हाट हैपेंड. So it was a car built for long drives, superb control over potholes. It had a heavy steering and it felt secure in highways. Okay, जैसे जिमनी का है, जिमनी का भी बहुत heavy steering. So yeah, goodbye to my last favorite car, the Tata Hexa from the Tata family. So folks, this was my list here. This is in no way an exhaustive list. It is completely influenced with the way and where I was born and lived and what kind of cars I saw, I bought, I sold, I got to drive, and I certainly haven't spoken all the qualities of the car in this particular video. If you feel that there is a car that should have been on the list or maybe a couple of cars, please tell me what that car is. और या तो तुमको अपना खुद का टॉप 10 बना के कमेंट में डालना है, डालो और सबको बताओ क्या है करके. Maybe we can make another video about it. You never know. So this was it guys. See you on the other side. Have fun.